Hello, I'm back. I stopped the last video right before I was about to move. So I got settled in and then I took a pretty long break because it was Thanksgiving and we went on a trip for Thanksgiving, and then it was Christmas, and then after Christmas we had to move again. Hold on. Because when I moved in, Jay was on month 4 of his 6-month lease. So his lease ended, so we moved into here where we are now. And then it was New Year's, so just a really long break from the bus. But then I got back at it. So that's what this video is about. And this video is going to bring you pretty much up to date. There are a few things that aren't finished that I haven't included, but you can kind of see them in the background evolving. I may or may not point them out. I haven't decided yet. So in this video, other than the final flooring, the floor is going to be done. We're going to insulate the floor and lay the rest of the subfloor. I'm not going to put the actual vinyl tongue and groove flooring until everything else is done, obviously, because it would just get nasty and stained and stuff. We get the first 2 cabinets in, the only 2 cabinets really, from Habitat Restore. We got to cut them down to get them to fit. Shocking, I know. And a door. I replaced the door. 1, because it was leaking, and 2, because it's just a really cool idea that my best friend gave me. So that's what you have to look forward to. Yeah, I think that's all. Yeah, so in this video, you will be fully up to date with what's going on right now. I don't know when I'm gonna get done with this and when it's gonna come out. I'm gonna go back on Sunday to start painting, but that'll be obviously a separate video. So here you go. Enjoy.
We're starting on the rest of the subfloor. I'm not going to talk as much in this video because there's more video footage, so it's pretty self-explanatory. So here we're insulating. I was going to use polyiso foam board, but go figure, nowhere around us had the height that I needed. I needed 3/4 of an inch, and I couldn't find any like that. So we had to use styrofoam. I'm still bummed about it, but it is what it is. So that's the front with the insulation before we put the actual subfloor down. Here you can see part of the subfloor, the front part that we also had to cut. It was 3/4 inch plywood. I mentioned in an earlier video that I hadn't measured between the joists, which is a rookie mistake. So because I didn't do that, we had to plan the plywood differently. I didn't want to get an over excess of it because that would be wasteful. So we ended up having to piece the last chunk together, you see in the middle here, with what we had left over, which is why we go back and forth so much. Moving on to the door. This is the door I bought, obviously before it left the store. This is how I got it an hour and 15 minutes to my parents' house. So this is the original door. It was leaking from the top and it wasn't sealing anymore the way it's supposed to with that. There's like a pulley system. One of the doors came out really easily. The other door did not at all. So enjoy this process of us having to take it apart piece by piece, starting with Dad smashing through the tempered glass. So that we could cut through the frame, so that we could cut through the bolt, so that we could take it out. Couldn't believe it when the other one just slid right out. So this was our frame. The door was a little bit more narrow than the space we had, which is perfect because you've got to mount it to something. So at this point, the door itself is mounted to the frame, and now I'm routing out where the hinges will lie so that they lie flush with the frame before we put the whole thing back up. It was raining and very cold this day. Scheduling has been a thing because we both have jobs and sometimes he travels. So normally, you know, if it was weather like this, you'd maybe just say, well, pick a different day. But we don't have time like that. So we made do with what we had. You know what? We got the door on. So it was all worth it. All right. So on to a different day. Found a cabinet. Very heavy cabinet. Such a heavy cabinet. I got this and the other cabinet you're gonna see at Habitat Restore. We found these two pieces. All together it was gonna be $90. So we go to the front and we tell the woman the pieces we want, and she said, oh, that'll be $45. And we kind of looked at each other and Dad was like, isn't it supposed to be $90? And she goes, oh no, everything's 50% off today. So I got 2 full cabinets for a total of $45. I still can't believe that. This tall piece is going to be my wardrobe. It comes out too far. So we had to cut the back down and then also cut an angle in the top.
Here we go.
Clear.
So
All right. When it's all said and done, this was it. We added a stomp pad at the bottom. It doesn't have doors yet, obviously, but it's really good. So this is the other cabinet that I was talking about. After it's been taken apart, top part Dad added. I had always intended to put my cooler in here, so we made this drawer on a slide. Oh, it's because the thing on the foot.
Yeah, I think it's cool. Where's the front there?
Yeah.
Snack time!
Oh, it's right there.
Yeah, I think you said all the way to the front, it'll stay open. Yep. Perfect. Snack time over. I mean, we're putting, well, we can put a rail here to make it.
All right, my hair's wet because I just got out of the shower, but now you're pretty much up to date. Actually, I have been a couple times since I started editing this. So the bus is painted right now. Hold up. The first coat is done right now. It needs 2 coats because that's just what it is. So the next video will probably be up pretty quickly because I obsess over things that I enjoy doing. So that's what you got. That's where we're at. I don't really have anything else to say. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.